Carter Christian and I are here for the Florida Soccer Report on Beyond the 90. I have to tell you, last night was one of the most fun nights of football I've had uh, in Florida in a long time. Both Jäegermeister Cup matches. I was at the Miami-Naples match. I have now watched the full replay of the Tampa Bay Tormenta match this morning. Were unbelievably fun end-to-end matches where caution was thrown to the wind. All four teams attacking, both teams in both matches. Saw spectacular goals in the Naples Miami FC match. All five goals were of fairly high quality. There was an opportunity for a sixth goal. Brandon Bent, young academy player at Miami FC, former Inter Miami academy player, local prospect from here in Broward County. One-on-one move, great solo run, like we often see with wing backs with solo run, because Miami FC went back to a three at the back last night. First time in about 2 months they played that formation, partly, I think, due to Nico Cardona being called into the Puerto Rican national team and being absent. Bent makes this solo run, and the finish is poor. But what a spectacular game. Both goals from Naples. We saw an Olympico, which was special. It's always O'Connor with that Olympico. Jaden Onan didn't get a goal in this game, but was good for Naples. Cisneros, player I like a lot. Great finish on his goal. Of the highest quality for a defender. And obviously, he's the guy who missed a pen in the 11th round or whatever it was of Penn's 10th round, 11th round in Naples against the Rowdies in the Open Cup, a match I was at. So really high quality goals from Miami FC. Also the winner from Mikey Lawrence, another local guy, as I've mentioned in previous videos from Miramar, guy I like a lot. He's really coming into his own now. Third year with the club. He's been in and out of the team. And I admitted, I think in a previous video at one point last season, when I was working with the club, I was talking internally, maybe this isn't quite his level, as much as I like him. But it is. He's clearly showing now. So 3-2 Miami FC win. They go top of the table in Group 6 of the Jäegermeister Cup. Tampa Bay is in second with 2 late goals against Tormenta. Ethan Bondre keeps Tampa Bay in the match with a couple of really good saves when Tormenta was up 1-0 and could have gotten a second goal. Gaba Cabral, my guy, former Miami FC, was at Tormenta before that. I thought had a really good game in central midfield until about minute 70 for Tormenta. They really dropped after minute 70. The Pacius goal was a great individual goal after the Rowdies had missed lots and lots of chances. Although I have to say, Pac, the Tormenta goalkeeper, like Bondre, great game, because this could have been a 5-5 game, quite frankly. And the winner from Ali Bassett was just a little kind of piece of magic, tired legs from Tormenta, and not being able to defend that. But there were lots of chances both ways, and I think it was a fun game. It was good for the Rowdies to get 3 points, even though it's in the Jäegermeister Cup, come from behind, even though, again, they didn't play very well for, I would say, 60 minutes. They had chances, but they weren't playing well. Lawrence White comes on at halftime for Forest Lasso, and I thought did okay. So maybe this gets him going. Aaron Guillen was okay in this match. Chris Ostamo had the kind of match I expect from him in central midfield. So some positives, I think, for the Rowdies for sure. I'm told by people who were at the match. Again, I was at the Miami FC match. I was thinking of going to the Rowdies match. I stuck with Miami FC this week. That Lewis Hilton was doing some running. So that's good. That's good. So he should be back maybe next week against Lou City. Going to be very tough, because now we go back into the USL Championship, where Tampa Bay is really desperate. They need something to happen. Miami FC, coming off a loss to Birmingham, is now out of a playoff spot for now. But the way Miami FC is going, I think they're going to be somewhere between 6 and 9. So good chance they make the playoffs, but they may not. Let's talk about the Super League. Fort Lauderdale and Spokane. I did not see the first half of this match. Okay, I was at FIU for the Miami FC match. I raced home. I left right at full time so that I could see what I thought was going to be penalties in the Tampa Bay match, but it turned out, I mean, I had my thing on and I saw Bassett's goal at my phone, and then got in the car and raced home. Lucky I didn't get a speeding ticket. So I could see Fort Lauderdale in a do or die match, because Dallas had beaten Carolina. That match had gone final by that point. So Fort Lauderdale was poor in the second half, but they managed the situation. Some bend but do not break defense. You have so many options for Fort Lauderdale on the bench, right? I think they have more depth than any other team in the USL Super League. And one of the things that's been interesting has been seeing Addie McCain kind of drop back and play in more of a midfield role. She scored a ton of goals early in the season, but that was because there were no natural strikers. Now those signings have been made by Fort Lauderdale. So they make the playoffs based on the 1-1 draw. Okay, I missed both goals. They were very early in the first half. Second half was one-way traffic, Spokane creating chances. Cossette with some really good saves. And then also, I think there was a game management aspect to what Tyrone Mears had imparted into this side. So we saw Shania Gordon, we saw attacking players, right, do, I think, a fairly good job of managing Ishta Hamid. By the way, her brother started for Miami FC last night. I was kind of surprised in the cup match to see that. But they're trying to get Bill Hamid games because he's had some injuries, and I think he almost needs to play in these sorts of matches to stay fit. If you give him, they gave him an extended break, what amounted to a 3-week break earlier in the month. And so I think now they're feeling, late last month, early this month, I think they're feeling like they needed to play him through. Anyway, she, I thought, was pretty good in game management situations, going to the corner, not looking for scoring chances, but taking the air out of the match as much as they could. And truth be told, Spokane's best chances came before minute 70. But felt like from minute 46 to minute 70, Spokane was going to get a goal. Fort Lauderdale kind of settled down. So they're in the playoffs. They will play Carolina. The Tampa Bay Sun will host Dallas, which was the first match in league history, right? I was at that match at Blake High School. Or first match, I guess, for Tampa Bay. Maybe it wasn't the first match. I think the first match in league history might have been Carolina and DC the previous night. So Fort Lauderdale, they left it late, but they get into the playoffs with four straight without a loss. Now, that includes kind of a sluggish effort against Lexington and a draw against DC. Those were, I thought, poor performances, which continued the long winless streak that Fort Lauderdale had been on prior to that. But then these last two matches, getting the 3 points against Dallas, going to Spokane and seeing that match out, bode well for what could happen in the playoffs. So we'll be covering that at Beyond the 90. As far as the Jäegermeister Cup, I guess I had been kind of saying, how does this format encourage attacking play? Naples-Miami match, Tormenta Tampa Bay match, both end-to-end. Truthfully, in terms of entertainment, this Miami-Naples match is the best Miami FC match I've seen in person in a long time. And watching on television, it was definitely the most, or watching this morning on the replay, definitely the most entertaining Rowdies match this season. The Rowdies have been horrible to watch. So maybe there is something in this cup being more entertaining. And obviously the Miami-Tampa Bay match that I went to in April in this cup was entertaining in that it was a 3-3 match, right? Although it was Tampa Bay dominating a first half, and I don't think it was a very good first half. They were good. Miami was terrible. And then the second half was the opposite. Miami dominated and Tampa Bay was terrible. But I think what we saw last night were two quality, at least from the attacking standpoint, two quality teams in both venues. So 4 quality teams going at it in this cup. And that's a lot of fun.